Hello, Gary. I hope you made it down south safe, and we're just going to go through what we talked about in the times that we were together. So the first thing we talked about is controlling the club face and allowing that club to set. So how our hands are positioned on the grip influence how that golf club can set. So as we go back, if our hands are positioned on the club, we're going to see a nice big angle. So our goal is always to get that to at least 90 degrees, and we can see here that we're still just a touch shy. So we got to soften up that grip and make sure that our club can set. The next thing we talked about was in the setup, that when we set up to the golf club, or to the golf ball, excuse me, that our head's behind and our right shoulder is outside of our right hip, which we see is great setup here. And what that allows us to do is that allows us to make sure that we hit the ball off an uphill lie. And an uphill lie is a ball that's going to go in the air and have a tendency to draw. So we can see that your spine is tilted to the right. If we maintain that spine angle, which we do there, and as we come into it, if we maintain that spine angle, that club is going to strike off an uphill lie. So there we can see no face deflection, so a nice center face contact, but we still needed to have just a touch more speed. So as we're talking that we want to have a bit more speed, after we get our hands on the club right and after we get our body tilted to the right, so somewhat on an uphill lie, we talked about generating width on the way back, just like we would if we were going to throw a ball. And we can see the guy on the right, we can see that little space right in here, and that's caused from a better windup where we keep that right arm just a little bit longer. That gets the club to go up more, helps with our downward strike. Versus where we see that early roll here. So how we do that is we keep your chest looking at it. We did that exercise to get that club more in front of you. And once we do that, let's see how this one goes up. You know, there we start to see some nice, that's just about 90 degrees right there. Versus here where that gets a little short. So much more powerful position right here. And then we started talking about the backswing transition to the downswing. And we do this little exercise right here to make sure that our knees start to work. So when we do that, we can really see how that right leg releases, how your chest faces, and that's what's going to generate the speed. So we're looking at, we'd like to have a little bit of angle there, the feeling of a little bit of angle here, and our body's back where our head's behind that release. So if we do all those things when you're down there on the range, we should start to see that ball flying a little higher, flying a little further, and flying a little straighter. Keep it in mind that how our hands are positioned on the grip is going to control how we present the club at impact. So if your club face is open, that means that our left hand's probably not this far over. And when that club face is open, it's just not going to transfer the energy to the ball. Let's get some good width going back. And let's get some nice free release with your legs going through. We'll see you soon, Gare.